Welcome to an incomplete guide to personal growth. We invite you to take a breath and take a listen to our podcast that explores the wonder, humor, challenges, and sometimes those self-inflicted wounds on a journey of personal growth.
Our weekly podcast conversations include stories, resources, and tools that you can incorporate into your daily life. We're the mother-daughter duo of Sydney
and Kelly. Hey, Sydney.
Hey, Mom. Why are you so... Okay. So, I think we're getting to that spring break time period of the year. So, this is also the time of year where I feel like people should, if they want summer plans, that's usually around the time where you start planning it, right?
Oh,
I know.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
yes,
if you want
you're right.
decent prices on stuff, if you want, to actually...
I know, and start planning.
So, I thought we could just what are our current summer plans so we can think to warmer weather.
Oh, gosh, I know. Oh, I just can't wait till my muscles can just
You have a fun...
You don't have to, yes.
You have a fun thing this summer.
I do have a fun thing. I do. We're going on a cruise.
Yeah.
Where it's a smaller cruise line. It's not like one of those 5,000. They have 400 or 500 people on it. And we're going starting in Athens.
Right,
going up the coast, going to Turkey, and heading back down.
The Mediterranean.
Yeah, I've not been.
Are you doing anything on the African side or just Europe?
No, it's just,
Okay.
And because I know Paul is one of the few places that
he hasn't
neither
been.
of us has been.
I mean,
right?
he's been to Istanbul.
Yes, but he hadn't been to Greece.
Yeah.
And so we'll land there a few days early.
That'll be good.
And do a little touring and then get on the boat and just chillax.
Yeah. You'll have to let me know how it compares to because some of the monuments and structures in Rome that we saw should be pretty similar. So you just have to let me know how it looks and compares and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
I don't
have any
right now.
Okay.
I hope I get something. I might go see my friend Stephanie. I think that'd be fun. I haven't seen her in a while. She's out in Missouri.
Good. Yeah.
And then I don't know if we can get out to Colorado to see some family.
I've got to get out there because I need to see.
And it'd be good to take.
I think I might have to have a rematch with Mitch at the ping pong table, but maybe we'll play horse so he can win.
So he can win.
Just kidding, Mitch.
Gosh, we need to make him listen.
He would beat me at basketball.
He's good. Yes,
yeah.
He's tall.
So anyway, and see that family. Yes. I just miss all.
So this is a reminder to listeners. Yeah. This is a reminder, listeners, probably that time of year, if you want to do something this summer.
And it doesn't have to be big.
No,
we're having a big one this year. We don't do big very often.
You don't.
But it's that,
Maybe small little road trip.
Small little trips, getaways, refreshers.
Yeah.
Let's call them refreshers.
Refreshers. Something to look forward to.
Yeah, summer refreshers.
Yes. Speaking of, I guess you're talking about being on a cruise, and this kind of goes into your topic of don't miss the boat.
I hope I don't miss the boat.
Don't miss the boat.
That's right.
So you've got to start by explaining what this means.
Okay, it's a phrase that we hear all the time. Don't miss the boat, your opportunity, whatever. And I started this book called Meditations for Mortals.
But didn't this come to you even before you started this book?
No, it was just.
It was right after.
It was just a blurb out of this book.
Okay.
Got me thinking. It's by Oliver Burkeman, and I will get this on the list. And I'm just going to read a little bit about what he says. Okay. This is a book about how the world opens up once you realize that you're never going to sort your life out.
Oh, wow.
Right?
That hits
and I think it's about, and there's one chapter, it's what it is, you read it daily, and there's 4 or 5 pages, and you do it for a month. And again, I've already missed a few because I was sick, but I try to do it every morning before I open my computer. I have it on top of it.
Smart.
So that.
Yes.
But anyway, it just struck me I think it's this second chapter that just, we wait till we get our ducks in a row, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, what happens when you get ducks in a row? They don't stay there. They don't stay there.
Unless they're the Peabody ducks.
Yeah, and then but once they get to the water, they go their own way.
Yep.
And I think, if I wait till life is just that,
Yeah.
it isn't going to happen. And so it's about looking at the opportunities today. What do you want to do? What do you want to try? And not. Oh, well, we'll get into all.
Yeah, we'll get into
it. It just struck me. We have a short time on this planet.
Yeah.
And once we realize,
Yeah,
we don't have to wait.
I like it. So, how does this tie into like our suffering stuff on the last episode?
Yeah. Well, I think that when I think, I'm going to do this, and then I don't, when I think I have this grand plan of doing something, and then I never get around to it, I kind of, come on, Kelly.
Yeah.
I think down.
Yeah.
Why didn't you? Or I make excuses, and I know I'm making excuses, and and so it's just like, well, you didn't want to do what you wanted to do.
Say that again. You didn't want to do what you wanted to do?
You didn't do. Maybe I said it right. You didn't do what you wanted to do.
Okay.
Or even that you thought of doing. And so many times, and I've kind of learned this a bit too, is that I think if I say I'm going to do something or I commit to something, I have to do it for my life.
Yeah. But you don't.
I can do it once.
And then be done.
Yeah, and if I simply enjoy it, then maybe I'll do it again in a week.
Yeah.
Maybe I do. It's.
So it can kind of like, if we're already in that suffering mode, it can kind of like, if we keep postponing things, then all we're doing is prolonging.
All we're doing is prolonging. Yeah. Yeah, and all we're doing is saying, well, you didn't get that one done. You didn't do that.
With our negative
self-talk.
self-talk.
You can't follow through on anything.
Yeah.
You're a dreamer. Which is true.
Which is true, but that's so funny.
Yeah.
So it sounds like these are like ways that we kind of like self-sabotage. Can you like expand like
and let me use another example that he talks about.
Okay.
It's kayaks versus super yachts. Okay. And if we imagine ourselves, our life, we get placed somewhere. We're born.
Yeah, we're just born.
There's our life. There we're on the stream. We're on the river. Most
like
of
Moses.
Us. What? Like Moses?
Sorry, so we're just born and placed on the river. Maybe think baby Moses. Anyway.
We got a basket, but we're going to say it kayak.
Okay.
But so he used this example of when you're in a kayak, it's coming at you. Life is flowing. The river's flowing, and you go with it.
Yeah.
Most of us would rather have a super yacht where we sat up top, we programmed our system, where we're going, how we're doing, and sitting and watching it go.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
We think it would be nice. But there's system errors and other things going on.
Yeah.
And we're waiting for that super yacht to guide us.
Yeah.
But if the reality that we're in is we're in a yacht, we're in a kayak, one person kayak, and we're going, and sometimes it is just beautiful. We're enjoying our scenery, right?
Yeah.
And we're just flowing. And other times we see a rapid coming.
Yeah.
Or there's rocks that we have to dodge, this is what we deal with daily.
Yeah.
That's life. That's life. And if we try to ignore that, what?
Literally just came to my mind somebody that maybe we should get on the podcast, because you're talking about kayaking and going there. James Sanders.
Yes.
He goes on those super long days, kayaking trips or whatever with. It's like, what is that really? What does he have to go through? What do you do on a kayak? Yeah. And how do you? Because there's got to be some comparison to how we have to flow.
Yeah.
In real life.
Exactly. Yeah. And so it's it's realizing we're on that. So how am I going to react?
Yeah.
How am I going to be in this life?
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
So what are ways then, can you expand on like how we might like self-sabotage?
Yeah, I think there is. I think I can. What are you laughing?
I don't know.
Yes, because let's say, and we always use the gym as one.
I know.
I was talking to somebody today, and I was telling them about this, example of the gym. They said, "Are you like calling me out?" Oh no, I'm not.
That is so funny.
I think it's everybody, but
yes,
it's. And I also thought of scrapbooking and other
okay,
things.
Scrapbooking. Let's go with that.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking and I see everybody scrapbooking, and I think, oh, I need to do that. My kids are going to be left out of the memories or whatever it is,
Yep.
And so I go to Michael's or whatever the stores are, and go and get all this stuff.
Yep.
And then I realize I have to look through pictures. Oh, and then I have to do and it's like I
you
plan
have to
it all.
Coordinate each page.
And would you like to know how many scrapbooks there are in my house that are actually done?
None.
Well, there is one, but I paid somebody to do it.
Oh yeah. That is so good. I think I've done one scrapbook in my life, but it was for school, so I had to finish it.
Right. And so it's about, and that's one example. The gym is another where we have to. Oh wait, I have to wait and get my shoes, and then I need the right outfit and this, and then I'm going to go every day for the month. Oh, I'm going to go 5 days a week.
You know what? I have another one. I think playing an instrument. Everybody self-sabotage. You don't have to be a professional to do it. What?
I have a cello sitting in my closet.
You sure do. Because you haven't made any lesson plans.
Right.
But literally, you have YouTube. People have YouTube now. Just find YouTube. Get rent an instrument. It's not that hard. But it's but you self-sabotage because you think, well, I'm not that good. Well, of course you're not. You haven't done anything.
Right. Well, and the other part of that self-sabotaging is we make all the long-term plans and it looks really good. Mm-hmm. And people are going, wow, you're getting on it. And then we don't do anything. And so that's why his suggestion in this book is about do one small thing because you're not going to get around to anything anyway.
And I think
everything, and
I think that can be opposite sometimes of how society tends to think. Usually you think big goal first. Mm-hmm. And then, there's always the wisdom of breaking things down into smaller steps. But I think there's always this thing of well, you have to have a big goal. Yeah. But I think this is saying from the beginning, you don't even have to have a big goal. Just do one little thing.
Do one, okay. I'm going to put my phone down for 15 minutes and have one-on-one time. Yeah. That sounds ridiculous, but how many of us do that?
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
So I'm going to do it once.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it every day. I'm going to do it once. And then I'm going to see how that feels.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll do it again. Yeah. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do it every day. Maybe I'll do it once a week. Who knows? But it's about those small steps of you don't have to commit your life to it.
Right.
Make one phone call.
Would you say, even before this book, have you ever worked towards not missing the boat? Could you have an example?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
Well, one is the improv thing.
Oh, yeah.
I thought, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to I'm going to sign up. I'm going to do it. And even the day of, it was do you have to show up? Show up today. You don't have to go to the second class. And I didn't have to go to the second class. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
But I chose to. And I think of right now, in the world situation, what it is, I feel like I need to be doing something toward whatever I believe in. Mm-hmm. And so I made one phone call.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I got on one Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
And from there, I didn't sign up for a month long.
Yeah.
I signed up for 2 times to help.
Yeah.
I signed up for small increments because I don't know.
Yeah, if that's going to be a fit.
If I sign up for my life, then I'll think, oh, you're going to fail sooner or later because you can't sustain that.
Yeah.
So small things, just small. Matter of fact, today I put a thing in a reminder on my phone. There's somebody that I need to spend a few minutes with, some time with, and I thought, put it in your phone so you remember.
I like that.
At that time, you'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's about small steps.
Yeah.
Very small steps.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Are you pulling up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I was going to see what I wanted from here.
So my next question is, okay, so if life's, mostly hunky-dory outside of,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. So
Then-
everything else that goes on.
yeah, then it's like, taking one small step probably doesn't take a ton. It may take some energy, but you have it. You have the extra energy.
Yes.
How do we get ourselves to do this when life is hard and we don't necessarily always have the extra energy? Or the one small
Yeah.
step seems way bigger.
It's the one small step.
Yeah.
Good question.
I gave
think-
this to you ahead of time.
I know. But I think what it is it's stopping and just going, okay, what can I do? If I do one small thing, and it's weird to me how doing one small thing can give you energy
Oh, yeah.
for that day. Not that you're going to go do another small thing. But
Right,
you did
right.
something.
But you did something, yeah.
And, okay, here we go. I'm pulling a Paul.
Oh, man.
He heard this somewhere, whether it was a high school graduation or somewhere he heard. It was someone in the Army was speaking to them, a general or somebody in the Army, right? And he said, if you make your bed.
No, that was not his. This was like
was
one. It was one that was passed around like Instagram and like
No,
the internet.
this was so many years ago. Instagram wasn't a thing.
Really? Oh, well,
Yeah,
somebody
this
else
was-
said it again, and it was very popular when I was like in college. But go for
this
it.
was way before Instagram.
Okay.
Your dad doesn't even,
Well,
he didn't get on Instagram. But
That's true.
Anyway, he remembered. He said, when you make your bed,
yeah.
then you've accomplished something.
Yeah.
And do you know who makes the bed in our house?
Dad.
When he's gone, the covers do get thrown up.
But the bed's not made.
But it's not made. But he makes the bed
That's funny.
because you do one small thing.
That's good. Yeah.
Maybe you do it today, maybe you don't. But it's that small,
Yeah.
just small thing. It doesn't have to become a habit. It doesn't have to be but for today,
Yeah.
I'm going to try this for 10 minutes.
I like that.
Today,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. Mm-hmm. And so it's
And I feel like that is like pretty against like what a lot of our culture does, because like even if people say something like, generally you think you're committing to something for like a month or two, it's like the goal is to make it a habit and see if that habit sticks versus just like today, that's it, and not thinking beyond.
that's just it.
Yeah.
One thing, because this doesn't not to bring it downer, but we are limited in this lifetime.
Yeah.
And we also don't know how long this lifetime is. Mm-hmm. And it's, granted, yesterday, it was worthy of my time to lay down and watch Colin the accountant. Okay? I needed just my breather. Right? That was worthy of my finite time on this earth.
Yes.
Because it lightened my load. But what do I want to do? And I'm not talking about changing.
Yeah.
It's about changing my life.
Right.
Little by little.
Little by little. Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
it's one thing at a time, one mailbox at a time, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
And it may you may find something that you absolutely love by just trying it. And if you want to write 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You don't have to spend the whole day. That was my problem. I thought, okay, I'm going to block out 3 hours.
Yes.
Well, Kelly, you don't even know what you're doing, so I think 15 minutes
Is
would
enough.
be good. And if you feel good, you might do
Yeah, a little more.
more
Yeah,
the
yeah.
next day or 2 days later. Or, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not about doing it all
Definitely.
at once. And not that we don't have long-term goals. Not that we don't.
Right, right. But we're
it's just,
talking a little.
How many times have you bought a self-help book?
Oh, and then like never did anything.
Yeah, and go, well, that's not really
Helpful.
to me. It does help other people, but
Yeah.
you got to find your own.
Yeah.
And that's why I think look within. Look within.
I like that.
Listen to the nudge. Listen to the nudge of
Yeah.
come on, give this a try.
Yeah.
You're a little unsettled. What would help? Mm-hmm. What sounds good to you?
Yeah.
Is he made this point in here, and it really called me out because I do meditate a lot. But it was like when you start meditating, you buy the pillow, you buy the this, you buy all this stuff, and then you go, well, this is boring as crud.
It is boring. I'm joking.
It's okay. I can handle that. But it's like, oh, let me find my way.
Yeah.
And do some other things. Let me do this incrementally. Mm-hmm. And let that need arise within me for that. It may be that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may pull the cello out for 15 minutes and put it away for another year.
That's okay.
That's now,
Yeah.
There you go. It made me think. I don't have to commit to a whole lesson.
No.
I was thinking, I had to find somebody and then say I'd do it for you.
See, like, then you missed the boat.
I missed the boat on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Could probably use the
Man,
case
you answered
as a
my
boat.
next question. Examples of stuff we shouldn't miss the boat for. Now I have to think of something.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
You're the one that called that up, so.
And then, I don't know, I think mine would probably be, I don't know, maybe just like some more, I'd like to get into scripture more and but I think about it and I'm like, but like how much reading is that? Because I'm already reading, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be.
Honestly,
I can do one line and that's it.
You could do one line and close the book.
And then and that would count towards something.
And honestly, just use one line. You can use it for a week.
I know you're good at that.
I mean, yeah. So that's just it. The Bible's so thick. You think, oh, I got to do it all. You really don't.
No, you really don't. Yeah.
Begat. Skip that. And move
Somebody
on.
asked me what I think about the Bible as well. Begat.
Get back. Yeah.
And this is what so good.
Yeah.
Do you have any more stuff you want to pull from the book at all before we wrap it up?
Yeah. Okay. I just think. Let me write this. I'm going to read a little bit of what he said. The book is about how marvelously productive you can become when you give up the grim-faced quest to make yourself more and more productive. And how much easier it gets to do bold and important things once you accept that you'll never get around to more than a handful of them. Oh. It's about how absorbing even magical life becomes when you accept how fleeting and unpredictable it is. And
good.
Just going with the flow. Don't hide from the flow.
Yeah.
We're a part of it.
Yeah.
And you're going on this life river, and there's glorious things happening, and then you get slammed by a rock.
Yeah.
And you're turned upside down in the water, and you've got to get your bearings again. Mm-hmm. And it's that flow. Yeah. And if we can release, I've got to do this. This is the expectation on me. Forget about what people put on you.
Yeah.
But look within and go, I want to have some joy. Mm-hmm. I want to do something, whatever it is, it's small.
Yeah.
It's not about the huge.
Yeah.
The small add up. It's 1 + 1 + 1 + 1. That makes 1,000.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
It's those small. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Nice.
That's all I got.
No, that's plenty to think on because I think it's pretty, at least counterintuitive sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Man. So find something that you don't want to miss the boat for and just start.
Right. If something rises, pay attention.
Something small.
And it's not a life commitment.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll link that book because it's good. Yeah. For sure. Cool. If you want to let us know what your boat you're not missing is, you can let us know on Instagram, on our website. We've got a Patreon, all sorts of places to connect with us. And next week we're doing an interview with Adam Dorsey, and it's his book about the 4 different connection.
Yes.
Four
Four
connections.
connections,
Yeah, the
yeah.
four connections.
Yeah. Super psych.
Yes, Super Psyched
Yeah.
is what it's called. And it'll be a really, I think, a neat
Yeah.
interview for
I'm
sure.
looking forward to it. All right. So I look forward to next week when we take a breath and take a listen.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of An Incomplete Guide to Personal Growth. There are many ways you can stay connected. Follow us on Instagram at An Incomplete Guide Podcast, where you can sign up for our email list and get posts that delve deeper into our weekly topics. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast page wherever you listen to your podcasts. We would really appreciate a rating and sharing us with your family and friends.
We're so glad you chose to spend your time with us and hope there was a thought, a resource, or a laugh that you can take on your journey. We'll be here every Tuesday for you to take a breath and take a listen.